Okay, so this is my reaction video for Blade Runner by Ridley Scott, 1982. Um, and well, one of the first things that really impressed me about this movie was like the representation of the city and how it very much reminded me of like Star Wars. Um, with like the big cities, and there's just like a really big sense of like technological advancement, like a utopia type of thing. Also, something I noticed was there was a lot of like, uh, I couldn't recognize if it was like Japanese or Chinese writing, but there was a lot of like, it seemed to be that there was a lot of Asian influence in the town. I mean, in the city, not town. Um, so I thought it was really interesting because I felt like it was some kind of like commentary about the Asian influence into the world and how Asia's influence on technology has been like proliferated, and even today, I feel like Asia is one of these continents that is regarded as a place that has high level technology. But additionally, I did also want to talk about the noir tropes. I felt like there was a lot of constant rain. It was always raining. There was a lot of shadowy lighting. Also, Deckard is very much fits into the hard-boiled detective type, where he's like we see him as this kind of like isolated character who's has a really hard exterior, but then he realizes he has feelings within. That felt very film noir to me. It reminded me kind of McPherson in a way, because McPherson is like this hard detective, and then he starts to fall for Laura a bit, and we see that this hard-boiled detective has this hard exterior is actually very soft on the inside. Um, but back to what the humanity is and the relationship. There's this specific scene at the end that I'm sure it's very famous. I'm gonna include a clip here.
All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Time to die.
And that whole scene I thought was so enchanting and very powerful. It seemed so like emotional, and I think the usage of the dove as with it was such like a metaphorical prop in this scene where Roy's letting, I think that was his name. I'm sorry if I got that mixed up. I was having trouble with everyone's names, but he has this white dove, which white doves can be seen as like signs of innocence or purity. Or I think in a way, when the dove is flying away, it's kind of his acceptance of life and his appreciation of life in that moment, even if it's ending. Um, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on that, but I'm sure we'll talk about it in class more. There's just so much about humanity, and it was very philosophically underlined, I think. But overall, I really liked this movie, and I thought it was so beautiful and just really cool.